Hi, so you're a student who's just graduated from X university, and maybe you took a few psychology or neuroscience classes and found them interesting. You love the idea of research and team projects and collaboration. And maybe you volunteered at your local elementary school and love teaching kids. And now you need some post-graduation plans. How are you going to combine your interests into one? Consider the field of educational neuroscience. We're going to be defining it as a young discipline in of its own, one that combines everything from cognitive neuroscience to imaging to educational theory to human development. It is a novel field that puts teaching in a science context, something that really appeals to teachers who want to improve how their students learn. Researchers argue that educational neuroscience represents a new interdisciplinary research area with direct relevance and implications to educational practice. Perhaps they aren't wrong. Numerous researchers have considered the importance of this field in this day and age. For example, Marielle Hardiman and co-authors published a paper on brain science and pedagogy intersections and the need for precise, interdisciplinary dialogue at conferences and other opportunities for collaboration. The authors also identified important stakeholders such as educational policymakers, practicing teachers, publishers, and media, and even researchers themselves. Other authors, such as Howard Joseph Benn in 2010 through recent literature, have been pushing this initiative to grow the body of translators, who can bridge the gaps between bench science and actual practice. And we need to find a way to do this accurately and ethically to best represent valid research and classroom interests. And in modern-day schools, perhaps that's just what we need to build more efficient classrooms. So how do we prepare students for a professional career in this field? Let's look at some degree programs.
While educational neuroscience isn't the biggest field currently, the number of graduate programs available to you is steadily growing. From Ivy League schools like Harvard to smaller state schools like UNC Pembroke, there is a super wide variety of programs to choose from that will fit your needs and interests. Johns Hopkins University has one of the most thorough educational neuroscience programs. Located in lovely Baltimore, Maryland, JHU's graduate neuroscience program, Mind, Brain, and Teaching employs some of the finest minds in educational neuroscience, such as Marielle Hardiman. However, it is important to note that this two-year program is fully online. While the program encompasses and includes a wide variety of related disciplines, the online structure might not be for everyone. Vanderbilt's program is also very well known and developed. Their program is special because it is a research-based one. Rather than just learning in lecture and discussion educational neuroscience principles, you would be working hands-on with researchers in the field. The Vanderbilt program also works very closely with their Peabody College of Education, letting you get a wide variety of inputs and perspectives from people across the field. Another research-based graduate program is at the University of Alabama. While the school and program is not as prestigious as some of the other ones that we mentioned earlier, it is cheaper and more accessible, which is a super important factor when deciding what programs to apply for and attend. Their research labs are still top-notch, and their researchers deploy so many different technologies in the field, from EEGs to fMRIs. So these three programs are just a taste of the opportunities out there for graduate programs in educational neuroscience. All of these programs focus on the intersections between a ton of different fields: biology, neuroscience, psychology, and education. Real effective research is coming out of these programs on bilingualism, sleep, and even video games. But you may be wondering, who exactly is doing this research?
Let's say you want to get involved in research after you graduate from these programs. Where are the big-name researchers located? Well, there's Dr. Sarah Jane Blakemore, who, if you happen to take a class at Duke University titled Educational Neuroscience with Dr. Ng, you could have read the following papers. A researcher and a professor of cognitive neuroscience at University College London, she is also the author of numerous books that share her interest in the links between education and neuroscience. One of these books, The Learning Brain, Lessons for Education, is a field review of what we know about how the brain learns and what this means in terms of actual educational practice. It's a pioneering book that bridges these two disciplines and also examines how we use research to look at challenges in the classroom, such as learning difficulties or remedial education. As of 2017, her research examined social cognition and decision-making during the adolescent years, and she is still based